Hello, my beautiful friends. I saw a huge rat this morning. A little girl screamed and ran across the street. Now, do you know what the rat was doing? Well, I guess it was searching for food. Now, tell me something. What do you notice about these sentences? Are they in the past, the present, or the future? Well, in today's video, we're going to test your knowledge of using the past tense by giving you 12 simple quizzes that baffle most adults. Of course, there's a twist to it, but we'll talk about it later. Do you know what are time expressions? Well, time expressions help you to choose the correct verb. Let's look at some common time expressions. For example, yesterday, last week, last year, this morning, or last night. These time expressions are in the past and they tell you to choose the verbs that are in the past tense. Present time expressions such as today, now, as we speak at this time, and nowadays, they tell you to choose present tense verbs. And future time expressions such as tomorrow, next week, an hour from now, or this afternoon tells you to choose verbs that are in the future. Now let's look back at the previous sentences. I saw a huge rat this morning. Now, can you identify the time expression in this sentence? Of course, it is this morning and it is in the past. So we need to use a past tense verb. So the past tense verb for see is saw. A little girl screamed. So the past tense of scream is screamed and we add the ed to the end of the word. What about the past tense of run? It is ran. Now, if you understand this, then you are ready for the quiz. So, let's begin. I have two boards, student 1 and student 2. They are going to solve the quizzes for us. Now, your job is simple. You are the judge and you will decide which student solved the question correctly. If the answers are incorrect, then you must provide the correct answer. Do you agree? Okay, let's begin. For question number 1, you are given 3 verbs. You are supposed to select the verb that will complete the sentence. And of course, you only have 7 seconds to do so. If your answer is student 1, then you are correct. If your answer is student 2, then you're wrong. The key to cracking this simple question is to remember that the verb hurt is the same in the past, the present, and the future. Let's move on to question number 2. Now you are given 3 verbs. You need to remember that there's only one correct verb and you're given 7 seconds to find it so that you can complete the sentence. If your answer is student 1, then you are correct. And if your answer is student 2, you are also correct because the correct verb is drank. Who drank my juice? Let's move on to question number 3. Now remember guys, you have 7 seconds to choose the correct verb. If you choose student 1, you are correct. If you say student 2, you are also correct, because the key to cracking this question is to remember that burst remains the same in the past, in the present, and in the future. Let's move on to question number 4. Remember, guys, you have 7 seconds to find the correct verb that will complete the sentence. If your answer is student 1, then you are correct. If your answer is student 2, you are also correct, because the correct verb is got. I got a new car for my birthday. Let's look at question number 5. And remember, guys, you have 7 seconds to find the verb that will complete the sentence. This one is easy, because you have the time expression yesterday, and it tells you to choose a past tense verb. Now, if your answer is student 1, then you are wrong. If your answer is student 2, yes, congrats, because student 2 is correct. Yesterday, she went shopping. Let's move on to question number 6. It says, last year remember, guys, I need a verb. I need a verb. Is it was? Is it were? Or is it did? You have 7 seconds to figure it out. Who is the winner? Let me see. If you say student 1, you are wrong. If you say student 2, then you are correct, because last year I was rich. And last year is the time expression that tells you to choose a verb in the past tense. And that verb is was. Let's move on to question number 7 that says, last week come on, guys, you have 7 seconds to crack this one. Is it student 1? Or is it student 2? You are correct if you say student 1. And you are also correct if you say student 2. Last week, I lost my wife. Let's move on to question number 8 that says, the baby dash all night last night. Now, guys, please remember to look for your time expression and choose the correct verb. If you say student 1, you are wrong. If you say student 2, you are correct, because the baby cried all night last night. Let's move on to question number 9 that says, last night I dash a terrible cough. Now, guys, which verb should go on that line? You have only 7 seconds to figure it out. Oh yes, let's see who has the correct answer. Now, is it student 1? No. Is it student 2? Oh yes. Last night I had a terrible cough. I remember that time expression last night says choose a past tense verb. So student 1 is incorrect. Question number 10 gives you 3 verbs: sit, sat, and sat. Now, guys, which one of them should complete the sentence? Now I notice that student 1 and student 2 have the same verb. Are they correct? Yes, they are correct. I sat my exams 2 weeks ago. Let's move on to question number 11. Guys, you have three verbs: speak, talk, and spoke. Which one should you use to complete the sentence? Let's look at it. Student 1 and student 2 have the same verb. Are they correct, guys? Remember, you're the judge. Oh no, they are incorrect. Now you guys should tell me the answer. Guys, put it in the comments. What is the answer for question 11? The answer is what? Spoke. I spoke to him already. Let's move on to question 12. It gives you three verbs: hear, heard, and heard. Guys, which one of these should complete the sentence? If your answer is student 1, put it in the comments. If your answer is student 2, put it in the comments. All you have to do is to remember to subscribe to my channel and turn on the notification bell. Now you won't miss any of my videos. I'll see you in the next video.